Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is You Too Can Be Great. This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13, episode 5. Don't come for me unless I've invited you to review. Before I do, I don't have my books here in front of me to show you, but if you haven't already, go ahead and look at my little description box below for the books I've published on Amazon, Kindle, and paperback. Unleashed is my first nonfiction. You will understand a lot of things that's happening now with the whole, what's happening now with all these little shit that's going on, whether it's politics or socially, economically. If you read the book, you as a black person, you need to understand what's going on and what role you're supposed to play and who you are as a person. So my book, Unleashed by Adiya Bat-Tziyon, is a book to go. It's a book to go look at and read. You will not be disappointed. I've heard great things. I've heard people read stuff and like, hold on, is this true? And they literally asking me, oh my God, look this up. I didn't even know this is even real. Like, is this real? It's nothing about conspiracy theories. You need to read that book. Now, if you just want to be entertained, you just want some drama better than some of the slow Real Housewives shows that we're seeing, check out my Not My Fiction books. Just at Pepper by A.S. Blaine, that's part 1, and Sage is part 2. I'm currently working on part 3. You will not be disappointed. Enjoy. Okay, now let's get into it. So it starts off with them showing us that Riley is now basically preparing to go to school. I don't want to insult somebody because I don't think Candy is a bad person, but Riley, I don't want to use the wrong words, but I look at her and whenever I see her on screen, she acts like a fucking brat. Okay, because I'm watching Candy tell her, you know, you need to start learning how to clean, or you don't clean nothing, and the first thing she says is, I learned it from you. Child, I'm Nigerian. The first thing would have been is just, how dare you talk to me like that at my own home where you don't pay any bills in my house? You think you can tell me what I can and cannot do in my own house? I paid a bill. You're in my house as a squatter. You don't pay for shit. So if I ask you to go and clean. You don't pay for it, so clean it up. You are here squatting in my home and pay for everything, including the makeup, the hair, and everything on your body. But Riley seems to have such a smart ass mouth now that she feels like she's going to college. And I'm sitting there wondering, is she like 17 or 18 years old and they're having to teach her how to use a sponge? I'm like, Candy, these are things that this ungrateful girl is supposed to have learned years ago. Why are you teaching her how to do it now when she got one foot out the damn door? As entitled as she is, as spoiled as she is, this is not a good time to be teaching her how to clean her own damn room or to clean anything in general. But I'm watching this and I'm like, I've had several scenes with Riley in the past. When she was younger, she seemed more humble. Now that she's older, I don't know if the fame got to her head or how she is in high school. Maybe people talk to her and they're so happy to see Candy's daughter. I don't know what it was, but it seems like her mouth is getting a little reckless as she's getting older. Now, she needs a spanking in my opinion. She needs to be spanked. Her big old booty, her wide hips, she needs to be spanked. Now, we got Latoya, Kenya, and Cynthia meeting up at a shop because they want to buy lingeries and stuff. Kenya shows up and we find out that she took a whole selfie, naked as hell, and her thought process wasn't to send it to Mark. She sent it to Latoya. And I'm thinking, what is going on between Kenya and Latoya? Please somebody tell me, because I'm looking at this situation. I don't send naked selfies to my girlfriends. For what? I have a man. I don't send my naked ass to them. What are they going to do with it? Because Latoya's talking about how she has it as her damn screensaver. Are they trying to, like, while Latoya's going through her separation, Kenya's going to her separation, they're both horny. They just want to go ahead and sleep with each other. So they're over here sexting. They're probably already fucking, in my opinion. They're a little bit too touchy for people that are not doing something together. If I was to take a bet, I would say that they're over there scissoring when their husbands are not around. I said what I said. Kenya is out there testing the water and she's enjoying all of it because we saw Latoya's booty in that little lingerie she was wearing. It is nice, firm, no stretch mark, and it was beautiful. She has a nice body. We got Cynthia looking at them like, in the confessional, she said that she's a little bit uncomfortable with Latoya and Kenya's relationship, probably because she knows what they're doing. And she feels like she's not involved. That's how I feel. Now, Kenya decides to discuss with us. Candy decides to they talk about Candy doing the surprise engagement party, and they put it in the form of Biden is supposed to come. I don't know if Cynthia is that naive to think that the president-elect, because this happened before he was voted in. This episodes are filmed a lot later. Why the hell, when out of all the celebrities that they could show up for, the president-elect is supposed to show up to your surprise engagement party? Or at least she didn't even know it was her engagement party at the time, but I don't think that somebody could tell me that, oh, we're having an all-white party, the president's coming. And my thought process would be like, oh, this is real. I think that's a whole bullshit. But I think they told her that because they're saying, okay, you got to be here at this time. If you're not here at this time, the door's going to close, because they wanted her to be there in time for them to say surprise and all that stuff. But for me, if that's the excuse you're going to use, I would not go for that. Because Cynthia now burned it into her brain that the president is supposed to come to this thing, and she is so excited to take a photo with this man. Then we got them showing Porsha's house with Lauren and her mama. And Porsha had on a dress, the little black and yellow dress she had on. I got that in my closet. I was like, oh, she does shop like regular people sometimes. Because I'm not out here wasting money left and right. I'll buy whatever's comfortable, and that dress is hella comfortable, I will tell you. Then they talk about Lauren being Porsha's half-sister. I did not know that Lauren was Porsha's half-sister. I thought Lauren favored their mom more than anything, but I didn't know they had the same dad but different moms. That's what I thought. I really thought Porsha's mama was Lauren's mama as much as I saw her on the camera. But they're talking about it, and one of the little digs that I see that we heard is that when Lauren's mom was pregnant with her, Porsha and Lauren's dad was also still legally married to Porsha's mama. And then we find out that Porsha was a weekend child due to their separation. So it seems like Porsha's mom got the custody, or and the father got the visitation. So Porsha only saw her father on the weekends. For me, when it comes to divorce, it's personal in my situation of how I feel because of how the divorce affects the children. Sometimes parents don't think about what their actions would do to their kids because they're all emotional and they're mad at the other partner for whatever the hell they did. In my case, my father made a decision for me and my sisters to not have any form of engagement with our mother without our consent. He kind of just took us out the country and left when I was 8. I didn't see my mother again until I was 21 years old. I'm not going to go into the details about it, but I ended up having to go to therapy because there's a lot of stuff I needed to iron out because of the decision that he chose to make. We're over here watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we see how it affected Porsha to learn that her father used to kiss Lauren every single damn day, but she only saw him on the weekend, so she missed all those days with him and stuff like that. Then Porsha brings up Dennis and says that she knew what she was doing when she had sex with this man whose dick is for every damn body. Because we know that Dennis, as we have seen, is a cheater. Because he cheated on her within a year after he got engaged to her. And she said that she knew what she was doing. And when she's giving us the list of the reasons why she felt she knew what she was doing with Dennis, she said, what was the list? She said, he had his own place, check, and her legs go up. He had his own income, check, and her legs go up. He had no kids, her legs go even further. He told her she was beautiful, her legs go over. She's like, oh, by the time she hit the floor, she heard everything. Porsha, now I understand why you're single at the age that you are in and why you have yet to be married again since Cordell, right? Because your list of what you think a man is, or what a man is supposed to give you in order for you to even spread your legs in the first place is very, very limited. It seems surface. It doesn't seem like anything concrete. So your relationship didn't last because Dennis probably knew that that's the only reason that she was with him anyway. So it wasn't that serious. The fact that the man has income is not a thing that I'm going to be jumping up about. You're supposed to. That's how I feel. The fact that he has his own place, whether you're renting or you own, you need to have your own place that shows me that you are self-sufficient. That's not something I think you should be praised for. I think it's something that's just common sense. You need to be you need to be in that position. Now, as far as him not having kids, yes, I know for some people they don't want to deal with the baby mama drama. That's understandable. That's reasonable. The fact that he's telling her she's beautiful, child, I know I'm fine. What I want you to do is bring me commitment, bring me a future, bring me somebody who I can build my life with. And yes, you having money, you having a house is not a plus. It's what I expect. If you come to me in my life, this is what I'm going to tell my daughters. When you're in a relationship with somebody, they're not supposed to make your life difficult. You get into relationships so your life can be better. You build a family with somebody because it makes your life better. So who am I going to go and be with somebody that don't have any money, don't have any place, no, just kind of out of nowhere, don't have anything to offer me other than stress? That's not something I feel like is enough for me to spread my legs. Like if you want to open these legs, you need to come correct and come with me to marry me. That's what that's supposed to be. You're not going to come here and whisper sweet nothings in my ear and I'll be cool. Because it seems like that's what Dennis did. He threw money in her face, threw ring in her face, threw his business in her face, and she went blind. And she forgot all the other aspects that she's supposed to look for. She did him, got pregnant, had a baby. The baby is beautiful, and I know that he's going to be a good father. But here she is now being a single mom, and they're having two different households, and she's not having to replicate what she saw her mother doing when she herself was a kid. That's what it is, because she didn't have her father as often in her life and as present. She said that Dennis is going to do things differently. But I'm sitting here watching you say all this shit in front of her mama, and I'm thinking, mama, Are you listening to your daughter right now? You better hear her and fix her, because I don't think that she's getting this right. She's still in a mess right now. I don't see it doesn't make sense to me. Then we got the next scene where we got Cynthia's engagement dinner and they're preparing for it, and everybody got COVID tested because, you know, they got to be safe. Then the theme is Winter Wonderland, according to Kenya. Kenya shows up early before every damn body. I'm wondering where the hell Candy's ass is, because Candy put it out there like she's the one that's planning it, but she's the one that showed up like later on after Tanya. Now, you know, Tanya and Kenya are not on the best terms, but Tanya was one of the first people to show up. And she asked the same question I asked. Where the hell is the host Candy? Like, is she supposed to be here or not? And Kenya said, you know what? It's basically me planning it, because Kenya is trying to do everything that she can to get back in Cynthia's good graces. Now that she knows that Cynthia knows that she was trying to fuck up her engagement. So she gonna kiss Cynthia's ass for as long as she needs to, for as much of her ass as she needs to kiss, how much of her ass crack as she needs to lick, to make sure that Cynthia forgives her for almost ruining her engagement. Okay, to Mike chill, so they can all chill together. Now we got Cynthia and Mike now showing up, and Cynthia's mind is so like clouded by Biden supposedly being there that she even misses the little sculpture, the little thing in the front that actually tells them that it's about them. They got pictures on the wall. She got signs doing #chill on the wall. She missed all of that. They had to go back and start over. And I'm just thinking, damn. Are y'all that slow? But Cynthia expected Biden. She wanted Biden, just what she wanted. She wanted that, and that's all she focused on. When she did find out that it was her engagement party, she seemed genuinely happy about it, and she seemed genuinely excited about it. Now, we got people showing up late. We got Marlo showing up like 30 minutes late, talking about she going to the boonies. Then we got Porsha showing up like, almost an hour late. At this point, Kenya is doing a speech. And y'all know Kenya ain't feeling Porsha because she got left out the party last episode. But here we are, Porsha is being hella rude. You show up late, there's somebody making a speech, and you're over there having the conversations and yelling stuff out. Girl, you don't come to a church late and be the loudest one in there. We don't need to know that your ass is late. Like, why would you even do that? Porsha was not considerate at all, and Kenya had every right to feel the way that she felt when Porsha came in hella late and running her mouth. Then they start eating, and then we had Latoya show up, and all I could sit there and think about is the Ratchet Express just walked into the building. Because every time Toya is in a scene, something ratchet occurs. Because after Kenya and Porsha are talking about, first of all, they start talking about vegan food. And Porsha says that she eats vegan food because vegan food helps your sex drive up in a little bit. And they're having this conversation at somebody else's engagement party. And as this is going on, I'm thinking, okay, that's inappropriate. But what else? When Toya shows up, of course, Toya has to find some reason to be the center of attention. So she pulls out her phone to show the entire group, not even just the group with the girls. She wanted to show the girls and the boys that were there Kenya's naked body. And Kenya is still legally married to Mark. And I'm just sitting up here like, I don't give a damn Mark's feelings. That's not even my problem. But it is inappropriate for you to bring that picture at somebody else's engagement party. You showing Cynthia's husband-to-be, Cynthia's future bridesmaids, naked body. And you see Mike's ass just looking around like, should I look? Should I not? Should I get a peek? I don't want to see, like, you know, because Mike said that in his book, it was all she wrote when he was over there screwing everything with a pulse. I don't understand why Latoya convinced herself that I was even something appropriate to do. Porsha was my spirit in that moment. She said, if I can't be friends with Latoya, because if I send your ass naked photos and you want to show every damn body, no, that ain't gonna happen. Because you got Kenya in the background going, no, stop. I'm like, no, I can't. They had Candy sing, and I know when Candy sang last season against what's her name? The other girl, I forgot her name. She was singing. She's a singer too. She's married to some little group guy, some guy with a group. I keep forgetting her name. Light skin, short, petite. Candy was supposed to have a sing off with her, and when the sing off happened, Nene was like, I could do without Candy singing. And I'm Nene's spirit in this situation because all Candy's singing, Candy doesn't have a bad voice, but it seems like a voice that needs somebody else to help it along. Whenever I hear it, that's how it sounds to me. And she kept singing, and I'm thinking she's gonna be the next, what's her name? Candace from Potomac. She's gonna be singing at every single event with that voice every time because she's sitting up here, this person's engagement, and she's out here singing. Now, Cynthia did ask Kenya and Candy to be her bridesmaids. She said she wasn't going to have bridesmaids before, but now since this happened, she's going to have them be bridesmaids. But in the midst of all this, because I'm going all over the place, in the midst of all this happening, Kenya decides to throw a dig at Porsha. She says, Porsha, did you get the gift I sent for your baby? Porsha says, yes, thank you, I got the gifts. And Kenya said, it would have been better if I gave it to you in person. And I'm like, Kenya, Porsha is not the person that threw her own damn surprise party. Porsha is not the person that even knew who was coming to the damn surprise party. Lauren, her sister, planned the party. If you got a problem, you felt like your ass should have been there, take the bone up with Lauren, not with Porsha. And you not take that bone up as somebody else's. It's like Latoya and Kenya don't know that this ain't about you today. It's supposed to be about Cynthia and Mike. Any other bullshit that y'all want to deal with shouldn't even be brought up in this setting. It's like the ratchet situation. Hell, I know why Kenya and Latoya are friends, close friends. They act just alike. They have no filter, no boundaries whatsoever. This topic, you trying to check Porsha for something that's not her fault. Then we find out, I think like there was some tea that I read earlier on saying that that Lauren had told Cynthia, yeah, I think that Kenya can come. But she immediately changed that immediately with Cynthia saying, no, Kenya can't come because I'm not sure how it's going to work. I don't want her to fuck this surprise up because clearly everybody who watched the show knows that Porsha and Kenya's relationship is not stable. It changes based on whatever the mood is between the two of them. They seem like they're getting back together because of the whole, they had kids together. They were bonding through that. Then they end up fighting over some dumb shit again because Porsha or Kenya would do something stupid that either one of them don't agree with. It's like back and forth. We never know. There's nothing. It's never stable. So I'm like, okay. Lauren was like, no, I'm planning this. I don't want her to be there. Cynthia's ass did not tell Kenya until late the day of the event. Almost like, I don't know if Cynthia was like, okay, maybe she'll change her mind. Or maybe, you know, I'm just going to bring Kenya anyway and it's going to be okay. But then Cynthia had a change of heart and like, Kenya, you can't come. Or if Cynthia was being malicious, trying to get Kenya back because she was holding a grudge about Kenya almost ruining her engagement up till now, this party. Because after this party, Cynthia's like, okay, she kissed my ass enough. She can be my bridesmaid now. But prior to that, maybe Cynthia was doing it to get her back, some passive aggressive thing to get her back. And in addition to that, Kenya had already told Cynthia that Cynthia's trying to have a wedding for the show, for clout, basically trying to do a wedding on her wedding date when the cameras are still there. So it's like maybe Cynthia's doing this to try and take a dig at her because she feels some type of way. But here we're sitting here listening to this situation and Kenya is like taking a dig at Porsha. Porsha's a confessional saying, you just proving Lauren right now because I don't got nothing to do with it. It was a surprise party for me. I didn't even know who was coming, child. Calm down. Kenya, I feel like Kenya has to have somebody to fight with every season because she wants to keep on, you know, she keeps staying on the show. And this season is going to be Porsha. She's going to pick out and Drew because we didn't see Drew at all this particular episode. The show ends with Riley now going off to New York, I think is where she was going for her school. And it was very, very adorable to see how Ace finds himself close to Riley despite the fact that she's a brat in my eyes. Ace said that he wants to help Riley go and clean and, you know, wear gloves because Riley doesn't like to do it or something like that, or she doesn't like being in a messy place. I forgot how he put it, but it was adorable to see him emotional, knowing how close he is with his sister now that she's going off to college because there's a huge age gap between him and Riley. My thing is, I'm wondering why, what's his name? What's their dad? Ace's dad, Candy's husband. I'm blanking right now. I'm wondering why he's not, his other daughter that he had prior to her, she's not here. Kayla. I wonder why she does not get enough camera time as Riley and Ace and, you know, the new baby. When I see their family dynamic, I almost feel like Kayla doesn't exist. And that's something that's irked me this entire time about Candy's little get up and her dynamic here, because I feel like Kayla should be also getting put on while the rest of the family is getting put on. Like, she should also be here too. Maybe she can branch out, get some money, get paid by Bravo and start her own business or something. Like, damn, involve her into this. She is part of the daughter thing. Like I said, I didn't see, what's his name, give this wad of money to Kayla like he did to Riley. So the least you could do is have her here, or at least get her some camera time or something. But I did like Ace's attachment to Riley. I wonder if Ace has that same attachment to Kayla, being that they share the same father. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I'm curious about, that Bravo may have been something they should show. I'm just saying. Anyway, please like, subscribe, notification bell. Check out my Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta review. I don't know, some of y'all not getting my notification because maybe YouTube is censoring some of the stuff I'm putting, because I talk about some sensitive stuff in that video. I did mention some sensitive stuff that might piss some people off, or maybe you get what I'm saying, I don't know. But go ahead and check out that video. I'm also going to do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm sorry, I was supposed to do it earlier, but I just forgot because I had a lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to do it right now and post it, so you get a little, you know, back-to-back feature out going on right now. So just catch that. You guys have a good evening.